Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all doing well. Today's video is not just a story. It's a mystery that shocked the entire world. A tragedy so famous, yet still filled with unanswered questions. Most of us think we already know the Titanic story. An iceberg, a collision, a ship that sunk. But what if I told you that what happened that night was more than just an accident? What if small ignored warnings, hidden mistakes, and human overconfidence played a much bigger role than we realize? Tonight, we are going deep into the Titanic mystery. Not the movie version, not the simple version, but the real story, layer by layer. So put on your headphones, sit back, and listen carefully, because this is the story of the ship that was never supposed to sink. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine standing on the deck of the most powerful ship ever built. The year is 1912. Cold ocean air, soft music in the background, and absolute confidence that nothing can go wrong. This ship was called Titanic. People didn't just trust it. They believed in it. Newspapers called it unsinkable. Engineers said it was flawless. Passengers felt completely safe. Titanic wasn't just a ship. It was a symbol of human progress, pride, and power. A floating city with luxury rooms, grand staircases, fine dining, and even a swimming pool. For many on board, this journey felt like the future. But hidden beneath all that confidence were small decisions, ignored warnings, and silent mistakes that would soon change history forever. More than 2,200 people were on board Titanic. Families, businessmen, workers, dreamers. Yet the ship carried lifeboats for only about half of them. Not because there wasn't space, but because the designers believed lifeboats were unnecessary. After all, why prepare for something that was impossible? As Titanic sailed deeper into the Atlantic, the nights grew colder. The ocean became calmer, almost glass-like. And that calm was dangerous. Radio operators on the ship started receiving messages from nearby vessels. Icebergs had been spotted ahead. Warning after warning came through the wireless radio. But Titanic didn't slow down. Some say the crew was under pressure to maintain speed. Others believe they were simply too confident. After all, Titanic had advanced technology and watertight compartments. What could possibly go wrong? High above the deck, two lookout officers stood watching the dark horizon. But there was a problem no one noticed in time. They didn't have binoculars. The binoculars were locked away, and the keys were with an officer who had left the ship before departure. So the lookouts relied only on their eyes, scanning a pitch-black ocean. Then, suddenly, a shadow appeared. By the time the iceberg was visible, it was already too close. The warning bell rang. Orders were shouted. The ship tried to turn. But it wasn't enough. The iceberg scraped along the side of Titanic. There was no massive crash, no explosion, just a long, quiet tearing sound. Most passengers barely felt anything. Some even laughed it off. How could something so small hurt something so powerful? But beneath the waterline, the damage was spreading. Multiple compartments were breached. Water rushed in, faster than the ship could handle. What many passengers never knew was that Titanic may have already been weakened. For days before the journey, a fire had been burning inside the coal storage rooms. Coal fires were not uncommon at the time, but this one may have burned hot enough to weaken the metal structure of the ship. If that's true, then when the iceberg struck, the damage became far worse than expected. Slowly, the truth became impossible to hide. Titanic was sinking. Crew members tried to stay calm. Passengers were told there was no danger. Women and children were guided toward the lifeboats. But many people refused to believe it. Why would they? This ship wasn't supposed to sink. As the lifeboats were lowered, another tragic mistake unfolded. Many boats left half empty. Some officers feared the boats would break if filled to capacity. That fear cost hundreds of lives. Meanwhile, distress signals were being sent out. Flares were fired into the sky. Calls for help echoed through the radio. And help was closer than anyone realized. A ship called the SS Californian was only a short distance away. Its crew saw the flares lighting up the night sky. But they didn't understand the urgency. They thought it was a celebration. Their radio operator had shut down for the night. No messages were received. No help was sent. Back on Titanic, the angle of the ship became steeper. Cold ocean water flooded the decks. Panic finally replaced denial. People ran. People prayed. Some jumped into the freezing sea, knowing they wouldn't last long. The band continued to play music, not to entertain, but to calm the fear. Then came the final moments. The lights flickered. The ship broke apart. And the Titanic disappeared beneath the surface of the Atlantic Ocean. It took just 2 hours and 40 minutes for the unsinkable ship to vanish forever. More than 1,500 people lost their lives that night. Not just because of an iceberg, but because of pride, ignored warnings, and human error. Even today, the mystery of Titanic isn't fully settled. Some believe the ship that sunk wasn't Titanic at all, but its damaged sister ship, Olympic, swapped in an insurance scheme. There is little solid proof, but the theory refuses to die. What we do know is this: Titanic changed the world. It transformed safety laws, ship design, and how humanity respects nature. The wreck still lies at the bottom of the ocean, silent, broken, guarding its secrets. Titanic was not just a disaster. It was a warning, a reminder that no matter how advanced we become, ignoring danger, overconfidence, and small mistakes can lead to unimaginable loss. And maybe the greatest mystery of Titanic is not how it sunk, but why we believed it never could. If you enjoy deep, real-life mysteries like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Was Titanic just a tragic accident, or something more?